up and have us put it in there. Yeah, I don't know where much changes.
That's that new week's regard testing feeling. Howdy.
Good evening, all.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jase.
Right, up and 20 on the runway.
Does anyone got here? Because I haven't got any green tags at all. Should be at Rockhampton, right? Townsville. Haha. How was that? No, it's okay.
See you in a couple hours.
Yeah.
You have the 5-7 for this one? Okay.
DC6.
We'll find that on, it should be on Snowcam. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah, got it. Yep. Yeah, sayin to electric drop sayin. That's a good one.
Evening, gentlemen.
Okay, mate.
I'm making the cover. You mean putting the trust in the trusty flight engineer?
Just double check that gas lock, mate. Make sure he's got that out.
Douglas DC6B, hands at delivery. I'll start again.
Have him follow the engineer. I need everything by myself.
Better man than I am. If it was left up to, if I didn't use the engineer, we'd all end up in the water somewhere. For the sake of the passengers.
Well, I always tell myself, and does finish on the water.
I'm happy if I can just press the right buttons at the right time for the auto engineering. That's that's the beauty of this sim. It's all standards, all levels of ability are catered for.
Yeah, no, I figure it's a flight engineer on these bloody aircraft, so they can stay there all the way.
That's right. They come with a flight engineer, so why not?
After a half a dozen trips, the flight engineer is training me how to do this.
You pick up little things, don't you?
Yeah, I'm starting to memorize power settings and that kind of thing.
I mean, I know about auto feather now.
Good, I've got green tags. You get there. Very easy like that.
Well, the no times looked like the weather was pretty good, so why not?
This time I remembered to set the GPS instead of VLOC so I don't head off into the hinterlands during the departure.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Check out all my instruments. Look at the engines, all green. The carb temperature's cold. What's that mean? Close the cow flaps. No, I don't think so.
Don't close the cover flaps right now because otherwise you are going to overheat your engine.
Well, I'm watching the monitors here, yeah. If they get hot, oil pressure's a bit warm. Is it broke?
You
Take
got
it,
that.
you should do it.
Marco, you look that you are on a TBM.
I haven't got there yet. Let's just wait till we get.
Yeah.
I may abandon it at Cairns and switch to the TBM.
Well, in real life, yeah, I don't know if the range of the Spitfire is, it's not all that much.
It's going to be some in-air refueling.
Topping up all my engine oils.
Strangely enough, in the last flight we did, in the photos just in the default livery. I was in the default livery.
Yeah, that was my screenshots, but tonight you are in a DC6 for me.
Yeah, and I should have the answer for this tonight.
Yep, you do.
Yeah, there's two extra delivery zones. There was the native one.
Oh, that's the one I'm in.
So I'm just moving off to the side here to do my before checklist.
One, two, and three.
Yeah, I was actually up here too.
Yeah, no, I'll wait till the end, I think. You don't want to see me squirm down the runway with this thing.
Yeah, it's got 3 engines not working. Just not working.
Same here.
Maintenance engineer says everything's hunky-dory. No problemos. I've repaired them anyway, but... Okay. Full start. Run through all the startups again.
Do you guys use flight event tracker or not?
Tracker, no, I don't. Ah. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, I'll just plug mine in. I always forget to put it on.
Some stupid reason, really protect the flight engineer, really protect him, means put the bloody gut plug on. Well, I have, I've remembered now.
It does. Your engines are stopped.
Can I just ask where people typically center their trips before takeoff?
I just hit the neutral button.
I don't have a neutral button. I've got a manual triple wheel. So I'm just trying to work out, like there's elevator trim. Do I put it between elevator and trim? Do I put it on trim or put it on elevator? What's the difference there?
Yeah, if I hit neutral, so the checklist calls for neutral. If I hit neutral on my joystick, it goes to the elevator text there on the trim wheel.
So you know how you can look at it, you just change this little arrow that is it
Yep.
sitting over elevator? Is it sitting
Yep.
elevator and trim?
Right over elevator, just below 0.
Oh, okay, fair enough, good.
Come on, 2 and 4, start. I will once the engines get started. I've only got 2 engines. Yeah, feel free to drive through me if you want. I don't know why this has never happened like this before. I've had engines are all in the green. Yeah, 2 and 4 won't start. Just...
You need some help?
Yeah, well, if you can work out why 2 and 4 won't start, yeah.
If you share your screen, let me see.
That's beyond the level of my expertise. If I try ready to taxi.
Yeah, just remember if you do use ready for taxi to taxi car park off.
Yeah, exactly.
Gas lock's already off.
Yeah,
Oh no, it's still on now. Oh no, it's on now, yeah. Yeah.
It should.
Okay, they're not at full power, they're just idling, so okay. So I've got all 4 idling. I'll go for it before takeoff. Sorry about this, fellas.
That's alright. No worries.
Good.
I got a problem too. I'm just going to have to go back out and in my tracker's crashed in my views, so I'm going to go without it. But I'll be alright. I'll spring up the rear, no problem.
Don't you hate when TrackIR decides to stop working? And
Yeah.
even if you relaunch it again, it's not going to play ball. You got to
No.
reboot the machine to be able to get the thing to work.
And you can be stuck, in a really odd view. You ever notice that? Like
Exactly, I've had that
looking out
before.
the side window. Yeah.
Exactly, I've done that.
And you can't get out of it. You can't
Oh,
get
yeah,
out.
screwed. Yeah, I know it. Yep, no, it Hopefully, once I eventually did get out of it, I wish I'd remember how I did it, mate.
It doesn't happen
Tell you
often.
what, have you tried mucking around with the camera settings?
Yeah, I've tried all that.
Okay.
tried all that. It doesn't work.
I
Once
had
I
had that
asked-
situation, but I mucked around with the camera settings and I haven't had it for ages.
Yeah, they're all running. Yeah, just before takeoff, it's just about finished, I think. Yep. Takeoff. He's still doing a couple of things. Before takeoff, checks complete. This in his South African accent.
Yeah, Roger's in the spit as well.
Yes. Try and keep up some on this one.
Sounds like we're getting full power. I will in a second. When I get full power, I will. 40 inches and rising. 45. 50. 55. 58. Okay. Full power set. And away we go.
Hey. Rolling.
Thank you. I will.
Preparing 30 inches. Stabilize it.
Who's next in line?
We're
Let's
having
go.
her on GPS.
Go
Paladin.
through because I'm still in tech. Oh,
I think it's
Yeah.
Paladin. I'm waiting for Paladin.
okay, I'm stuck on checklist, so you go right through me.
Okay.
I'm happy to go after that, so I'm ready.
Okay.
Just go. Yep.
30 inches. Stabilize it. Setting takeoff power. Release brakes. Thank you.
I'll go off the cinnamon ink and I'll just smash it from where I'm standing now.
Yeah, it might be you, I think.
View 1. Rotate.
Okay, I'm riding as well.
Okay, roll. I'm going to stay back a bit. Will you take off? Take it off.
I'm not going to risk VR tonight, Paul. Last night I went VR and I lost sound and everything. The sim, everything, just dead. Is it worth getting a separate sound card internally in the computer, or is it that?
I think you're better off with your Sound Blaster yourself.
Yeah, I'm using that now. I stopped using it because it stopped my for some reason it was stopping the communications.
Was it?
I couldn't hear. Yeah, I couldn't hear ATC. So I unplugged the Sound Blaster.
You could try a Sound Blaster in your machine, but having a 3090, you might find you may or may not have a spare slot because it takes up a lot of room.
Yeah, I know.
Check that you've got a spare slot there.
Well, I've got the Sound Blaster plugged in now, and it's working fine. So I'll stick with it till.
Sometimes, I know, if it doesn't work, just unplug the USB plug and plug it back in again. Sometimes that will fix it straight away.
Welcome aboard, everyone. We're just taking off from Townsville, leg 6 of the Oz tour. We are heading up to Horn Island tonight. 1,000.
I put those AI statics in.
Yeah.
And I did a flight down to Los Angeles.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a stack of aircraft there, but in some parking spots there was 2 aircraft, one on top of the other.
Yeah, that's odd places that happens. I don't see it very often. Once or twice you see that.
Yeah.
You can't really help.
They look great.
The static aircraft are all in the right terminals, like you see the Alaska's at Alaska, and United's all together, and they're all grouped together. It looks very real, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was funny because I had the
beautiful, yes,
to fly into Los Angeles.
Just to leave into Townsville.
For the first flight.
Clear skies for the flight today, where the forecast is very good. 2 hours
Logan,
and 20 minutes is flight time tonight.
And we landed at Los Angeles, and then we got an Air America across to Logan, or across to Boston from there.
Just drop that a bit there.
As I went around in the drone, and I could see where the Air America was. I thought, yep, that's where I got on the Air America, and then I went round and
that's right.
And there was a Qantas A380 right where we had to probably where we were.
That's right.
Parked.
Yeah, puts them in the right place. Yeah,
It was spot on.
yeah, that's right. Qantas Park at the Tom Bradley terminal, and that's where they are in the sim. And I checked at San Francisco and Las Vegas, and they're all the same. They've all got the right terminals, which is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good touch. It's a good touch, isn't it?
Oh, it makes a
look,
big difference when you get things like that.
Look, for me, I'd land at these big airports and there'd be no traffic there, no decent. Because I used to go live traffic. Because the AIs were these technicolor nothings, you know. And so I used to go for live traffic. But when you put AI on and you got these things, it looks fantastic. And it doesn't affect frame rates either.
It doesn't affect the frame rate at all. No, it's amazing.
No.
Occasionally you'll get a double up, but I just have to live with that. It's not very often you see it.
Yeah. I'm not going to complain about that.
No, I'm not complaining because the airports look so much better, mate. I flew into Las Vegas, and Allegiant is a big operator out of the Vegas, and I went round the back, and here's a hangar, and it's all got Allegiants parked out it, and you know you just never see that normally. And yeah, I love it. It's a sign of things to come. Hey, one day soon that'll all be standard in the sim. They'll incorporate all that into the sim one day.
Superchargers now on high. 11,400 and climbing.
Very nice.
That ought to increase my carburetor temperature slightly.
You only need superchargers at the...
Would that be the same as carby heat?
Yeah, I think it's
Those
yeah,
two
should be.
devices?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could try that.
You actually want that Corvette.
I don't think we've got a pro engineer going.
You want that Corvette as cold as possible. The only time you're going to use the carb heat is if you see your BMEP fall or your manifold pressure. That might indicate icing in the carburetor. Otherwise, you leave it as cold as possible.
Okay. Will do. Cancel the carby heat.
Cancel the carby. Cancel the carby heat, mate.
Yeah, it's just like when you got
anyway.
when you got 15 first officers, you can't go wrong.
Okay, supercharger coming on.
10,000. Someone said 16,000, but 10,000 will do it.
No feathering problems this time. That's all good.
I think everyone's going along quite nicely.
Yeah.
Q500, welcome, mate. Well, we can't go too much more further north than where we're going tonight.
Yeah.
No, that's about it.
He's got his microphone muted.
Yeah, just saw that, yeah. Jason and Tirapol couldn't make tonight's flight. They've got a couple of things on. I'll be on for the next one.
Yeah, no worries.
Now, is it worth if the cylinder head temperature is getting the blue? Is it worth doing anything?
Blue. Let's have a look.
This means it'd be cool.
Yeah, well, you can just close your cow claps a little bit.
Yeah. I've only got one. It's only 2, 3, and 4 are in the blue. carby temperatures of now in the green.
Very good.
Thing is, how the oil temps are yellow, I might just leave those some of the head temperatures as cow flaps the way they are at the moment.
Crossing 17,000.
Copy that. It's going through 13. How are you guys going in your spits? How are you guys going in your Spitfires?
Yeah, very nice. Remember them in Tail Dragger when I land.
As usual, Roger's down at about 1,000 feet.
Yes,
Like that.
yeah, that's right.
Almost 1,000. Yeah, being scared of heights is not a good thing for flying, is it?
No.
And did anyone see those riots?
Oh,
New
Sydney
South
was
Wales?
Melbourne. Yeah, it's going to be
Crazy.
ridiculous.
Sydney,
Absolutely
Sydney was worse.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah,
There's
selfish.
An outbreak of the Delta strain, and what they do, they protest. Over nothing.
Sydney will be very lucky to hold this. I reckon it's just about
They've
slipping out of their hands.
We've been pretty lucky on the central coast, but I'll tell you what, we're not telling me now.
They tried to.
Those marches were in Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane, so you know.
Yeah.
They were in all a lot of the major capital cities, so you know they're all.
Now, who's organising this shit? It's bloody crazy.
Red rabble.
We had a flight attendant for Qantas flying all around the state for a week carrying it before they found out. And she wasn't even vaccinated. So go figure that.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's ridiculous.
She spread it all over the state, you know, in about a half a dozen flights full of people, and they've all dispersed all over the state. We're just about screwed too.
Well, I tell you what, and in an aircraft body, there's nowhere they can go.
No, there's nowhere they can go. Now they've got to track down like 600 people. What chance have they got? And every day they're spreading it. It's just all pretty much the show's over, you know.
Flapping up at 19,000.
Yeah, copy that, mate.
And how about this Qantas flight attendant? She was at home sick for 5 days before she went and got a test. So that's 5 days. There's all those people wandering around.
Speaking on
She should be locked up in jail.
Speaking of vaccine, I already have taken my second shot.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, I'm all done.
I think
My second jab, AstraZeneca, I think it is
Yeah.
in comes on.
Yeah, we need that Pfizer, mate. That's what we need. They backed the wrong horse, didn't they, from the start?
Yeah, they did, but you know what the hell? I can't do anything about it now.
Nah, can't do anything about it.
No, but it's only about 60-70% effective apparently.
That's all.
The
That's all.
AstraZeneca was about, yeah.
and even less against the Delta strain. So
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But at this stage, I suppose it's better than nothing.
Better than
It is.
That's what it is.
All looking
Altitude
good.
locked in at 19,000.
Very good. I've got 1,000 to go.
Okay, mate.
And going to cruise power. Oops.
Yesterday I flew over Bora Bora. You should go there. There's amazing watercolors.
Where was that? Where was the location again?
Bora Bora.
Bora Bora.
Very nice. Yeah.
That's up in Thailand or somewhere.
It's 50 minutes away from Tahiti.
Ah, right.
Tahiti.
Rightio. Level at 19. Settle in. Coffee time.
Yep, I've got the turbochargers on, I've got the tail flaps with 0. Everything is wonderful.
We go up to sort out pilot now.
Everything's in the green. I have a completely
I am
green,
too.
completely green board. Okay, it's like time for the host here to make the cuts, I think. Ah, what a beautiful sight.
Beautiful,
Look at
isn't
the
it?
sun shining off that water, eh?
Yeah, I've got a few cows in there.
Don't you love the sound of the engines in this thing?
Yeah, picture
Oh,
the sleep. Yeah, it's like the DAC has to be like that. Just rumble away and then picture the sleep. Radials have a
beautiful
lovely
sound.
sound, you know. Yeah, radials have a lovely sound. They just rumble.
The more you fly this plane, the more you like it. I think it's just.
I know,
Yeah,
you do get attached to it. You get used to
Yeah.
the old girl, don't you? You feel attached to her.
DMA catch it, going to change to localizer.
We were supposed to get to Horn Island when we flew around Queensland, and we had engine problems at Innisfail. So we we were madly trying to fix the plane while the other guys flew up to Horn Island and back. So disappointing, but I get to go there tonight. So
That's it. We'll try and make up for it.
What's your ground speed, Ken?
Ground speed is. Hang on. A little bit of magic zoom here, and I'll let you know. 257. Did you copy that? 257.
Mate, yeah. Seems a little bit on the slow side. I don't know why.
Why are you going so fast?
Why am I going so fast?
257 isn't
Monday.
that fast?
My money, there must be some sort of headwind component because I'm only showing 200 on the airspeed.
Yeah, I've got 200 indicated, exactly.
Yeah.
Are you running live weather?
Yep.
I'll try live weather.
Yeah, I got about 33 knot crosswind.
Yeah, about
Do you
32
reduce
knots.
your RPM to 22 and a half?
Yeah, RPM
Yeah,
is...
it's about 22 and a half, yep.
Yep. Actually, yeah, 22 and a half. Yep, spot on.
Yeah, I can confirm live weather. I'm doing just a touch under 200 indicated and 245 on the ground.
Yeah, it's about right.
I've just gone up to 250, 249, 250.
On 253 at the moment, but
It'll probably get less as we get closer to the equator. Isn't that the theory?
But
but
egg gets warmer.
The closer you get to the equator, well, when you're sailing anyway, they get the doldrums up in the equator because it's the wind just.
Oh, the wind, you mean,
Anchoring.
drop off?
Yeah.
Yeah. 31 knots, yeah, we should drop off when we get north of Cairns.
Yeah.
A little bit.
the wind should, but the density attitude should increase with the warmer temperature.
A little bit.
So ground speed should increase.
I don't have a wind indicator here, but I would imagine that 257 we must have some tailwind component. It wouldn't all just be to the density of the air, would it?
No, I tell you what, I've got a little nav map going, got live with a little nav map, 90,000 feet, and I've got a crosswind of 30 knots.
Yes,
30 knots right out of the west.
From west.
And a little bit of headwind of that in that.
Yeah, there's a bit of headwind on it,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
so
yep.
this is so the 57 knots difference is due to the air density.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
I think
Fair
so,
enough.
yeah.
Anyway, I was seeing a bit of cloud low down.
Yeah, you can confirm that, yeah.
We're over 80 miles
So
to
not-
go to Cairns.
Not long now till the upgrade, guys.
Only three
Oh,
days,
cool.
isn't it? Three days.
Yeah. I was watching a guy on what's it, the Sim Hanger guy, Mark, I think his name is. They gave him a copy of the they loaned him an Xbox and gave him a advanced copy of let him download the game, and he was flying around and around New York he was flying, and bloody hell, it was looking good. There was no stutters.
Is he the one that also did a test of both the X series and the S series and highlighted the shortcomings of the S series?
Yeah, he's got a very unique voice, and he always signs off. I'll see you girls and girls later or something, or guys and girls later. Yeah.
There was one guy, and there's a couple of them that demonstrated the Xbox, but one of them actually had an Xbox X series and an Xbox S series, and highlighted
I
Yeah,
saw
well,
that.
they wouldn't have the memory to load in all that extra. They say I think they're 4 gig of RAM less than the Xbox X series, so they got to cut back somewhere. So they just set the draw distance differently. That's all.
A bit of a question for you too, by the way. I've got, or have had rather, what's it called now? So I've had MFS Mod Manager, which is simpler than MSFS add-on linker, sorry. It's very simple, but it seems to do the same thing as far as I'm concerned. I can't see any way of producing the scenery and or aircraft that are supplied by a Sobo.
No, you can't.
No,
You can't change them.
They stay there, yeah.
No, yeah, so it's only add-ons or community folders. Okay.
Yeah, you can cut down the number of liveries.
In fact, there are
If you want.
two community folders, one in the game location and the other one where you set up.
You can move out your Microsoft airports. You can take your Microsoft airports out.
Can you?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I actually had to uninstall the Sydney airport so that I could install my
Exactly.
Okay, so you can get rid of a Sobo airport, but you can't get rid of a Sobo aircraft. Is that correct?
No, if you take the server airports out, it'll simply next time you update, it'll just put them straight back in again.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll put them in as an update. Since you don't have them, it'll just update and put them back in again. So you can't take those out. And
There's not
if you
much-
look in,
Well, I can delete the stuff. Obviously, I was just running with it. Yeah.
you delete it,
I
and
don't
then
think-
put it back in again.
There's not much to be gained by taking out those aircraft. To be honest,
No, well,
it's not the aircraft files.
Only that I don't fly half them and take their water scroll through them. That's all.
I think you'll find if you look into add-on linker, it's got a lot of features that your other one doesn't have. You just, like for instance, a world map.
Yeah.
A lot of features.
Well, for one thing, you can have multiple add-on folders. I know that much.
Yeah.
It is more complicated. Yeah, Mod Manager is much simpler, but it just simply works out of the community folder. That's all.
So just a quick question, probably for you, Paul, about the Sydney one. So is that a Microsoft airport? So you can easily remove that, can you?
Yeah, well, what you can do is you go into your
Content manager.
Content manager.
you can actually find it in there along with other airports, and you can actually select
Uninstall it. That's right.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
and it will keep one of you, when you go in, like when you do an update, then you will see how many updates you download. It will show you which ones need to be installed because you've uninstalled them. So it will always highlight for you as being something that hasn't been installed.
Okay.
You can then select to just uninstall it.
Okay, so the Asobo ones, do they work differently? So you're saying when you take those out, they just go back in automatically, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
No. What happens
And you
when
should
you
go to the content manager some time to time because you also receive updates there.
In my case, I found that I do an update and they're still uninstalled, but it highlights the fact that they need to be installed.
Okay, yeah.
I just click it not to install it because I've got the
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I know it's.
that's only like there for Sydney. When I installed the new Adelaide airport, I checked it out and I didn't see any anomalies, so I didn't have to uninstall the Adelaide scenery that provide.
Yeah.
So it's not always the case, but in the case of Sydney, you ended up with two towers, you ended up with a huge bloody canyon in the taxiway that is off towards the
Yeah, because I was the same as you. Adelaide was fine. I haven't had to worry about it. But I'll just double check Sydney.
You may as well uninstall it because you're loading both. So why load two airports?
That's right.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah,
There's- Sabre has two types of airports. Ones that are special built, which are in the content manager, and others which are just hard coded into the scenery. But those ones, when someone does an airport, what it does is they usually put excludes and flattens and things to get rid of all of that stuff first. But those won't work if Asobo's made a special bespoke airport for the sim.
Yeah, yes.
Sydney is a custom
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. That's right, yeah. That's
Yeah, 'cause
So
I'm,
exactly-
exactly the reason. Yeah.
I'm having all sorts of trouble loading in Dublin International by Orbits, or it's actually by MK, but I'm getting the jetways, but no buildings at all. It looks terrible. I'm trying to figure out how to get it to work.
Have you contacted the help?
Yeah.
Put a ticket in?
So
What'd they say?
Orbix referred me to MK. They're non-responsive, and Orbix haven't been that helpful
okay.
either.
Ah,
So I'm sort of stuck.
what? I've got Dublin, so I'll go and check mine, and if I see anything, I'll put a ticket in myself for it.
Yeah.
See what I can find out for you.
Yeah, have a look at it because it has worked before, but I
Yeah.
checked it just a couple of days ago and it was terrible. I don't know what's happened.
You haven't. Sometimes
Did you verify the files?
Yeah, I verified the files, uninstalled, reinstalled. I've done everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can have you might have forgotten and put another upgrade on Flight Sim TO hidden in there you forgot about. That might clash with it. You've got to check out, see what you've got loaded as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I've also done is taken everything out of the community folder with add-on linker and just had it by itself. Everything. Yeah. Tried everything.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough. One thing I've noticed though with add-on linker, it doesn't always remove the stuff. You've got to load it all in and then unload it all on that checkbox. If you don't, sometimes it will leave stuff there. So just make sure that check your community folder and make sure it is totally empty other than Dublin.
Okay, right. I'll do a double check.
Rather than just looking at the add-on linkers, what add-on linkers says is in there. Go actually open up the community folder and have a look and see.
Yeah, okay. I'll try that.
What makes it simpler, but it's better in that regard. It will tell you that it can't load everything, or it can't pass everything. And that's simply because there's things in there that it didn't expect to see there, so that it will not uninstall or disable those properly.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll try those couple of things, and if not, I don't know what I'll do.
Just delete it and download it again with your antivirus on. So I've seen a lot of times that the files don't come down properly. I've seen that time and time again.
Yeah, I guess the thing that's sort of confusing is that I've used it so many times and it's been fine, but all of a sudden, yeah. But look, I'll keep having a look at it and we'll work something out.
Yeah, try another download. I would. You've got to try everything. It should work.
Had to fly over Cairns.
Yes.
Yep, Cairns already. God, you're well in front.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Oh, look at those mountains below. Beautiful.
And I'm well behind. I had serious trouble with a couple different engines in terms of not being able to control the props. I had two engines that were, very up there, way high speed. Ended up playing around with the feather buttons. Eventually got it figured out.
What did you feather and unfeather?
Yeah, and they seem to be happy now, but I don't know what caused the original problem.
No, that seems to sort it out sometimes.
I had a solution to, well, I used a solution that I right, so my infamous number one engine decided to overrev, and I went into manual mode on it, off between the two throttles, and I decreased my RPMs, reset it, and went back into automatic mode, and it brought us back so they're all synchronized again. So and I've got all green across the board, everything's running nicely, and I'm travelling in the cruise at 260 knots, so it's all good.
Very nice, perfect.
260 knots, bloody hell.
Cairns looks
Oh,
great
okay.
from 19,000 feet.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We're not doing a touch and go here, are we, Paul? We're going to do a touch and go here, Paul?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
It's
mind
not
going
exactly
down
a
to it.
touch and go. Not exactly a touch and go type of aircraft, is it?
Well, as I say, I don't mind going down to it, climbing back up again's a bit of a pain.
What are people's thoughts on touch and goes? I mean, I've found a lot of people like to do touch and goes because it breaks up the flight. It's a challenging manoeuvre. They need to get down. They need to. They've got a whole lot of different airports. They've got different approaches. They have to do a touch and go, get up again, get back on the cruise, continue on to the next airport. As opposed to just doing a overflying airport. My mind is on the boring side. I mean, does everybody agree that putting touch and goes in an event like that is more interesting than just overflying airports?
You know what, Paul?
Absolutely.
Paul, I reckon that's a really good idea. I'll tell you something I'm doing on my Monday night US tour is just calling it Pilot's Call. So it's available if they want to do it. It's what I found is probably half the people just don't. But it's a good idea to actually have it. Yeah, absolutely. I enjoy doing them. Yeah.
Not so bad for this, I suppose, because we're all the same aircraft, but you know, the Monday night tour is different aircraft, so you know, stop and catch up is one of the reasons.
Yeah.
I also like the idea of nominating the aircraft for the flight. I'll tell you why. You all tend to fly at the same speed, so you stay together as a group. Provided you've all got a reasonable number of liveries installed for that particular aircraft, which you can do if you're all flying the same. You get to see everyone in their genuine aircraft, and it just keeps everyone together. And sometimes it might get you out of your comfort zone and get you into flying something that maybe you wouldn't normally fly. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. No, okay, valid points for sure.
I'm constantly on the lookout for new ideas.
I think, Paul, what you find is that your tour and the ones I do, people just enjoy the banter and having a chat, and you've got a really good system going, so it's well done.
Yeah.
I like the touch and goes because you have to go through, so many different configurations of your own aircraft. Plus, it changes your perspective on the ground.
Plus, also, it's improving your constantly improving your technique for approach and takeoff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially when I have to lose like 6,000 feet in a quarter mile.
Yeah. Just like me, to be talking rather than start taking note of what's going on.
Exactly.
So
That Aussie flight, the Aussies flights that were centralised quite often, and occasionally I join in flights. Something to do, but he's a pilot.
psyche that I can't fly in the real world anymore, so I didn't care. But yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's easy to get sloppy when there are really no consequences.
Yeah, it's true.
Still fun though.
Oh yeah, look, I mean, who hasn't done aerobatics and just thrown caution to the wind, you know?
Oh yeah, well, yes, X-plane. Mustang, I didn't realise that it runs out of petrol when you can fly upside down, which I just wanted to do over the runway.
Hey guys, I'll be back on the flight deck in a sec. I'm just gonna go and make a coffee. I'll see you in a sec.
No worries, no worries.
Okay.
I might join you, Jace. I'll go and make coffee too.
Absolutely, feels like a good time for it.
Yeah. Someone keep an eye on my F for me, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just down the valley.
Townsville. I don't think I've ever thrown cans at this height, but yeah. Years and years ago, I was a rodeo apprentice with the Royal Australian Air Force, and I got posted to Edinburgh. And there at Edinburgh, it's just been redeployed from Richmond. But now it's a wing, so 10 and 11 squadrons are there, and 11 squadrons is from Townsville. And is it always, or just a couple of airports?
For sizable airports, so for instance, a little country airport won't be a problem. I'd be surprised if it happens when I fly into Port Island, which is not very big. But any airport that's of a sizable nature is
Right. Well, that's strange because I get the stutters, and I haven't had them on this type. I get them on there's another group I fly with, and they're low and slow, and it's not necessarily an airport. I get the stutters, well, low and slow, but not all the time. Only occasionally, and I think it's a server problem. I think. Yeah, well, it sounds weird. And
Who is it that just overtook me? My ground speed is 261. Actually, I'm starting to catch up again. We're almost exactly the same height, and you're just off to someone's just off to my right wing, just in front of me. But you're well within. If someone looks outside and looks back and to their right. Jay?
I seem to be by myself, so it's not me.
Yes.
Hey, Jay, do you have the Australian mesh? Always Australian mesh?
No, I don't.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. I was just wondering if it was a fault with the mesh. Okay, no props.
So how far are you from Drew?
Hang on.
I'm exactly halfway between Drew's
I'm 17 miles from Drew's.
Yeah, I'm 16.
Ken, I think it's that
Yeah.
RS Neo. RSF Neo.
I've actually passed Drew's.
Oh, okay. Well, you're well and truly in front. Yeah, I'm 22 miles from Cruise at the moment. Yeah, okay. So, Christina, you said that you're having trouble getting it more than 200 knots. What altitude are you at?
Just come out 14. I was 17.
You haven't got an engine feathered, have you?
Just look above your head. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. It says push feather. Yeah, well you got one.
Yeah. So pull the ones that are on, and that will turn the lights off, and that will give you your performance back.
The one that's different. Hit that one.
The one that's red. That's right.
One that's the one that's lit. That's feathered. So you so unfeather it.
It might take a few seconds before it starts to improve. All the lights are out at the top. Good. Okay. And how's your what are your what's your manifold pressure and RPM? Should be about 35 manifold pressure and about say 22, 23 RPM.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't sound right.
That sounds pretty high.
On your engine stress visualizer, you've probably got some pretty colours going on there.
Yeah, I've got about 22 RPM
What you
and
can also do, Christina, is just go to the AFE and select right at the bottom, you know, the reset or whatever it is at the very bottom, so that he stops, takes control, and then you can use your throttle to
Cheers, everyone.
bring the RPM.
Just
set the RPM
settling in the
20,
cruise out.
23 and the manifold pressure at
Coffee time.
35.
Whether do make options on the tablet.
So yeah, on the tablet, if you go to the AFE and then click on the abort in the middle at the bottom there, that just
Oh, yeah.
that just turns off the AFE, and then once you do that, you can use your throttle. Now, as soon as you touch the throttle, it will bring the throttle. It might move it quickly to whatever position your joystick throttle is in at the moment. So you'll need to once you move the throttle on your joystick, you'll need to bring it sort of position it so that your manifold pressure is 35 and your RPM is hopefully about 23.
Okay, yeah, I'm control.
Okay. Are they all moving together, or is any of them sort of in a odd position? You know how you have the two.
One was not position before, as soon as I hit the point,
Oh, good, excellent. Okay. So now that you've got control of the needles, can you move it so that the manifold pressure is at 35? That's those top dials, or the top.
yeah, it's gone back to 35 now.
And now that it's on 35, what is your RPM at?
Where should it be?
So your manifold pressure, you said manifold pressure is 35 on both engines 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's for those first two dials. Now below them is the RPM dials. So what do your RPM dials register for on on the left-hand side, engines 1 and 2. On the right-hand side, engines 3 and 4. This is on the panel, you know, the actual.
25 and 30.
Well, 25 and 30. 25 and 30 is a long distance apart. 30 is a very further position, whereas 25 is almost, you know, probably.
Now that your throttles are all lined up, try flicking the engineer back on and just setting cruise power.
Yeah, you could try that. You could try that as well. That's a good idea. Yeah. You know, he might actually set them appropriately with any luck.
Because they might have got out of sync when one of them was feathered.
Yeah. And also just check the top now that you've been playing with the throttle control, just to make sure none of the engines have auto feathered. Just all those lights are still out. At the top.
Yeah, the lights up top are still out. And I'll put it
great.
back in auto, but I got 2 and the throttle is
Right. So is that when you say put it back in, you got into the AFE and basically clicked on cruise control, have you?
Yep.
Yeah. So it went through that whole process again when you select the cruise control setting for everything. Okay. Right. So and after doing that, you're finding that 2 of the engines are different to the other 2 engines. Is that right?
Yep, and I'm at 174 on my ground speed.
Is that you got that prop? Is that prop all the way forward?
That's the white knob with the P on it, the black P on
Yeah,
it.
the white cue ball. Yeah. Just make sure that's all the way forward, Christina.
Prop pitch,
Yeah.
that's at 62.
Is 62 all the way forward, up to the firewall?
No, I just moved it forward.
Yeah, mine's at 64.
Mine's not all the way forward.
Yeah,
Where's
once,
the readout for the percentage?
Yeah, I've got it at 80% at the moment.
yeah, maybe just to get your speed up, get you sorted, then you can bring it back once you're in the cruise. I think the percentage comes up if you've got the cockpit tooltips on it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I've got mine turned off, so unfortunately I can't see what it is. But I
Yeah,
know it's
same.
not right to the.
Yeah, I probably have them turned off because I get the little hand illustration, but no percentage.
Yeah, and those little boxes that would come up, those hint boxes with that sort of stuff, quite often got in the way of other things. So I was just
Exactly.
Yep.
again for a couple of back.
The hint boxes can be annoying.
Yeah, I had to turn mine off. Had to do it. Not because I didn't want to see what was going on, but it's in the way of so many things.
Yeah, I don't mind hanging on for this aircraft. There's a few things I don't know about. Hey, where is the long flight now?
Long leg.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm just not far from Cooktown. 73 miles from Kimmy.
Yeah, same here.
Safford Jake must have had the turbo on and flew past me before.
That last leg's 144 nautical miles to Horn Island.
Good for a nap.
Big price going down, but not as big a business, tell you.
Yeah, some fun legs to go over there.
Yeah.
You want to bring the coffee machine into the cockpit with you when we get to WA.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad idea, but it's still got a ground on the tap.
Yeah, that's right. Is everyone comfortable with the long legs on the Saturdays and the shorter ones on the Wednesdays?
I think it's great.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really worry me at all, no matter what, as long as keep saying I'm fully retired.
No, that's. I mean, you can go make a cup of coffee. You can, just have a chat. It's all good.
Well, I used to smoke, and I don't smoke anymore, and I used to drink, and I don't drink anymore. I have the occasional beer, and that's about it.
That's good.
I don't drink anymore. I
Mason's
don't
throwback.
drink any less either.
Yeah, go back about 4 years, I would have had a bloody beer with me.
I wonder what it's going to take to get Google Earth involved.
Don't know.
Just know that-
I
just
think
know
you
they're gonna
can
be-
do it.
I can't imagine that happening because Google and Bing are competitors. How would that
Yep.
happen?
Now, the big advantage that Google's got is they have better imagery, so they just pinch this technology and,
Well, I think they use Bing, right? And I did read somewhere how you can change from Bing to Google, but I didn't take any notice of it. And I wouldn't mind big if it'd be overwritten every time you update it anyway.
It doesn't look that Microsoft will use an external provider imaging.
No, not in the same business. Can't imagine it unless Google gets into the SIM business.
well,
I don't believe it.
Google has their own version of a flight simulator in their Google Earth thing. You can actually, zoom around as if you're in a flying. I don't know whether people still use it, but
I haven't used it, but I think you can set up KML files. Now I don't know how you do that. I don't know. I never bothered with it, but you can do it.
But the only way another flight sim is going to become competitive to this one is if they get a hold of Google Earth, I think. Whether it, I don't think Lockheed Martin will, because they're just involved with training. They don't really care much about the imagery side of things. And I don't think X-Plane will have the wherewithal, to be honest, the connections. Yeah, I think it'll be another big gaming studio. I don't know.
It's looking fair about X-Plane though. They seem to be really hot, I suppose, on aircraft modelling.
Yeah.
That sort of thing, but they seem to be shocking.
I saw them release a little snapshot months ago of their new shader technology that they were going to use, but I haven't heard much more since then.
It's still not as good as the shaders in this. What's his name? Austin. What's his surname? Anyway, Myers. Yeah, he's a really difficult guy to get along with. Very conceited. And for a long time, Orbix tried to negotiate with them to try and work something out. And Austin was just, arrogant. I told you so.
Yeah, nice one, Liam. Good on you. Good to see you, man. I've got the stream working. It's a couple of little fiddly things.
Man to deal with. I don't know. I don't know how that'd go.
Which I need to fix. So it's sort of like running ad hoc at the moment. But I've got it going.
Flash of personality, those two
What's
guys.
going on, man? We're on our way to Horn Island, brother.
Years ago when he was just Australian.
Leg 6 of the Aussie tour, brother. Good flight so far.
Since
Uneventful.
He's finished out.
Coffee time. Rock and roll.
There is
You know
a
what I mean?
chance that some gaming or some mob will buy him out
Just make sure I go. Oh, yeah, microphone's working.
and revamp it to go with Google Earth. Then there'd be some real competition, I tell you.
Grab a cuppa,
that's a
Liam.
Serious packet.
I always get the feeling this is something that you need to be getting in on the ground floor. You know, I think by the time they do anything, everyone will have adopted this, and it's just going to keep evolving massively over the years.
Yeah.
Oh, it will. It most certainly will. I just gotten used to X-Plane, and then a few people I knew.
Coffee, man.
And
Bit late, yeah,
I got it,
brother. But you know, 2.5 hour flight up to Horn Island.
In fact, I do not go back to SF
Crazy,
at
man.
all, and I'll really go back to X-Plane.
Best, mate. 3 more days to go, mate.
That hadn't been said.
Oh, well,
there's
4
not the
more
aircraft
technically.
In this that there was in X-Plane, for example.
What a bummer it's not coming out on the 27th of 1am. It's crazy. Should be. Most other games get released.
Came out.
1
Can you remember the default
12:01
X-Plane?
AM
They were shot
on the
around.
day it's released.
Okay.
Crazy.
I only had X-Plane 11 though, but I've got to be honest.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have to go on yeah.
But see, don't forget, they had X-Plane 9, X-Plane 10, and then X-Plane 11, and it took all that time for them to get, and it was only when X-Plane 11 came out that a few third-party developers decided that they would start making aircraft for X-Plane 11.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and they still didn't have the same
Yeah, it's all right,
variety
man.
of aircraft that the P3D
It's all
had,
good, brother.
you know.
It's gonna be well worth waiting for.
And FSX, I had. Well, I had all the all-back stuff for Australia for starters. And aircraft, God, I don't know. I mean,
Few people behind, few in front.
Just
We managed to keep close together on this league.
People jumped on the Xbox bandwagon after X-Plane 11 came out was that prior to X-Plane 11, the user interface for X-Plane was rather complex, and a lot of people shied away from it because it was, there was just a lot of work you had to go through and understand to be able to tweak the thing to get it to work. Whereas when they created X-Plane 11, they designed it with a simplified user interface
What do you reckon, Liam? We're going to start the MS32 Bush Club, man. Yeah, man. Look, you know, I think there's a lot of flight sim companies out there, brother, that are probably looking at what Microsoft and Asobo Studios have done, and you know, probably shit themselves. Because, like I said before, this sort of stuff you've got to get on the ground floor, right? If you wait too long and do it later, the bus is gone. So, might be too late for everyone else, brother.
Had better aircraft, but obviously it was only XP11, not 10
Might be too late, mate. Bush flying MS32 Bush League.
Go back to FSX, I had,
Yeah,
it's
the best, man.
heap
The
of
best.
stuff for that. But FSX have been around for a fair while.
Yeah, and for a while, FSX, when Microsoft sort of abandoned
Where are we on the
it,
map? Actually, does my map work?
It
Hang on.
stood in a state of
Oh, yeah, we're using a different map
non-development
system. There we go.
10 years. It's been a fair while.
Or, we're going to say 2 or
quite a-
3, but yeah, you're probably right.
It's
Oh,
quite
there
a
we go
number of
there.
years, and that's when it gave all third-party developers a platform which wasn't changing.
Yeah, full screen or not? I
or
said full
evolving, and
screen.
it was
Projection.
static, so they could what they learnt, they didn't have to adapt again.
No.
So they felt very confident in,
It's all right, man.
in
Here we
making
go.
their
Check
own
it out, brother.
modifications
Killing it.
because they wouldn't have to change those modifications because you know.
Yeah, it's the best way to go, mate.
Get
That's the best way to go.
upgraded again. It was just a, and that in a way was great for third-party
Just
developers.
jump in the
because they all
Cessna,
got
go through your
this
checklists,
great platform to
get up off the ground,
even though it was
get up at about
unfinished. It still gave them
2,500
to
feet.
work with that they could count
Two
on.
circles of the airfield.
When 3D first came out, it kept
You'll love it.
kept changing, and it was
You'll
a
really
nightmare.
love it, man.
Developers that this is
You know
broken,
what?
that's broken,
Once you get in the
similar
air, you
what's
won't want to come
happening now
down.
with this.
The sim is that good, brother.
Yeah.
Every time
I
they
had
update something,
a
Very
lot
cool.
of stuff for FSX, a lot of stuff, and I really use them now. Well, in fact, I don't use it. Well, I think I originally had the, well, in fact, I know, and in fact, I had the disc version, the deluxe, the 2 or 3 discs, I can't remember now.
Fuel's
But I
all
got
looking
the
good.
Steam version, yeah, but I got the Steam version. for
Oh, man, it's
$5.
gonna be
I thought,
sensational.
well, what the hell, you know?
I love it.
yeah, man, that was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Inserting all those discs. God, I
Yeah.
don't even have a CD drive in my computer now.
I'll tell you what I have, but I've never used it. Well, I haven't used it for ages anyway.
No, the
I was going to say when I bought my last computer.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. You're gonna have that there. That's brilliant.
But
So you're gonna have it. You know, it's like set up on a desk or something like this.
FSX B3D and X-Plane. It didn't come with a CD drive either, so I had to get a USB external CD drive just to be able to install all the myriad of discs that I had to get everything back on there again. It was crazy. So,
Yeah, well, I went and bought, go back about, 10, 15 years, bought a, what the hell's it called? Use the big floppies, Centronics interface. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. No, it doesn't really matter. I went and bought the bloody thing. It was expensive. And then, of course,
You get some
portable
good guys
TVs
too
come out straight
in the
away.
flying groups as well, Liam. But the guys on here are really knowledgeable.
Just haven't used it.
Good group to fly with. They're very cool. Just have a chat, have some
Yeah.
banter. But the
Yeah.
that sort of stored
bush flights, man, will be a lot of fun.
information than on
Take the wheel
a
on.
typical 3.5 inch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The disc was similar to 3.5 inch. But then of course CDs came out.
Yeah.
CDs,
Really,
all that sort of stuff.
really simple. I mean,
Pretty well
obviously in the
zip drive
PC version, it's pretty simple to set up all of your
Zip drive is right.
field of view, and
still got a
I've
stack
got-
of blank.
on my Stream Deck, I've just got all the buttons set up, the different views that I need.
You know what I found the other day when
I
was
use
cleaning
quite
up
often.
an audio
And,
an audio
just flick through it.
plastic
But
seal
you
rubber.
just do it on your
I almost thought I should-
keyboard,
I
or
should keep that
you'll be able to
up
flick
for
through it
the
with your
museum
mouse
item
anyway.
was on
With
the
your
front, you know?
Well, if you like me, you can't throw
your
it away.
Xbox controller.
Gotta keep it.
Technology just changes.
I think I saw a couple of guys reviewing the Xbox version were using the mouse. Just a quick break here. Hey, Christina, you all good back there?
Dinner.
Is she still on the Discord?
I'll just check now.
Probably still pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flight tag's disappeared, but she's still on Discord. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she might have gone for a couple of.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just wanted to just see if she's alright.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
You got her own screen.
Flight tag's gone. The airplane's gone, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah. But when you say flight tag, I mean they come and go depending on distance and all that sort of stuff. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still trying to find Jim too. Wobbly Estates. I can't see Wobblyest anywhere either.
I'm still here, but I've had the experience that people have had trouble seeing me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can stretch your water ahead now.
Now, I've been in a stable cruise, but I've got...
Hey, you
yellow
might be,
in the
mate.
cylinder
You might be,
at
Liam. Yeah,
temperature.
100%.
Does that mean it's getting hotter or cooler?
It's
I'm
Yeah,
hot, probably.
who cares? It's gonna be the
Yellow's
best,
fine,
mate.
right.
Who gives a shit? It's rock and roll.
Say again?
Get flying. Learn to fly, mate. It's the best.
Yellow is moderate stress. So you could try just cracking your cow flap a little bit more open on that engine.
I'll give it a try.
Got all green.
So have I.
Ground speed's now 267. Whoa.
I've got 266.
Yeah, mine's 265. I think we're all in the right area. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just on top keeping at the moment.
Yeah, a bit perfect.
Yeah, I've got 125 miles to go till Ablock.
I've got 131.
Oh, look, I think we're all fairly close together. It's not too bad, is it?
Not too bad at all.
And I've got 274 before I get to our destination, which is 61 minutes away.
Take that guy.
Yeah.
And this is weird. My indicated airspeed has dropped way down, and I have no idea why.
Yeah, sometimes it does that. When you say way down, like 20, 30 knots.
80 indicated.
That's
80?
weird.
Maybe put
You mean
the
180, like that?
No, 80 indicated.
Just check you haven't
80
got,
indicates.
just check you got your pitot heat on.
yeah, put your
Yeah, I
put
see.
your carby heats on and everything. Yeah.
What's your
You'd be
ground speed
falling
a
out
little
of the
natural?
sky. You'd be
Yeah,
stalling
correct.
at 80, wouldn't you?
Ground speed's 98.
Wow, very slow, very slow.
Very
Just look at all your engine indications, RPMs, manifold
And you're feathering up above, just make sure that they're not, they have feathers.
No, they have.
All indications, all the same. Make sure your gear and flaps are all tucked up.
And check your cylinder head temperatures as well. Just make sure they're not within icing range. They can go
they're
blue.
They're all yellow.
And is your manifold still 35 and RPM still about 22, 23?
Yeah.
Okay.
bad.
And that's not
Aviation's the best, man. I'm the same. I learned to fly a long time ago, but I never had the money to actually get my license. So I stopped learning and
Well,
stopped going for it. But thank God for Flight Simulator,
ground
mate, because
speed's
we
the
can always
same
jump
as
on that and
the
have a
way
flight
Yeah,
and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's right.
And yes, you're right. The
Okay,
DC6
you've got to let that
is
be
beautiful,
or
man.
something similar.
Beautiful aircraft, lovely. It's been lovely to
Yeah.
fly, mate. And everything in here in the
Feel
cockpit
that you're showing blood.
on this aircraft is fully simulated. It's a study level aircraft, so it's not easy. But once you get the hang of it,
Ground speed in 97.
it's all good.
Yeah. that's
Okay,
totally weird.
prop pitch. Check that.
Yep, got full forward. So that would show on your RPM gauges. That was low. That's around 2250 approx flying.
Your flaps are definitely up, aren't they? No flaps.
Correct.
Gear up.
Your gear is,
Hey, wait a minute, my flaps are down. I don't know why.
there you go.
Well, there you go. That's it.
Extend those, reduce those back to zero. And also check your gear, landing gear, that it hasn't dropped down for whatever reason.
Right?
You might have pumped the gear lever on your controller and, without knowing it. Although it's completely dropped all your gear, so it's not like pumping it once. It's almost like hitting something that says "give me full flaps."
Yeah, the
Yeah,
airspeed's
man.
going back
You're
up.
gonna get all the you'll get all the aircraft that matter too,
Yeah,
man.
that's strange because I took a break to get
Or
get
everything
some
that's good
coffee.
for the bush as well.
Came back,
Flights,
everything was
tundra,
still in the
all that.
green, which was just fine.
Couple of nice
Somehow
jets.
the flaps
Good,
got
man.
changed.
Beautiful. You're gonna have a ball, mate. Can't wait for you to get it. It's gonna be unreal. I keep forgetting the camera's not there anymore. It's up there. Keep looking over there in the corner.
Buy these bloody things because of the challenge, don't we?
I think I have to give up coffee.
No, no.
Not that.
anything but giving up the coffee. No.
Just remembered I forgot to put on my lucky hat, mate.
Christina's back. We're worried about you, Christina.
Yeah, we want, yeah.
Yeah, no, I went to get a coffee. I needed one.
Perfect.
Or a stronger beverage, whatever you need.
Anyway, quarter apart from coffee, is the aircraft going to ride?
Yeah, scenery, man. It's the best. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Yep, you're going fast. You're going faster than Jim.
Yeah, I know. I've got
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. And there's a really nice, actually, the Airbuses actually use a side stick to fly them, so your setup would be perfect for that.
It's a lovely thing when it happens.
I'm going to be so bold as to get back into a climb configuration manually and see how this goes.
Be bold, my friend.
Make sure you're not over water when you do it.
Yeah.
For some reason, my autopilot won't stay in for more than about 20 minutes, and it just goes whoopsie, and I've got to settle it all down and lock it back in again. It's good for another 20 minutes.
Interesting.
It won't stay in for a long time. No.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can't get out of the hole down
Yeah, it holds the altitude, then about 20 minutes it'll just start a slow climb. Then
Check
I'll
it out,
just
mate. How good does that look, brother?
back in again, and I'm
Oh,
right for another
best.
20 minutes.
I've got the autopilot working on the honeycomb throttle, and it's perfect.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it.
if the
Right on it.
I've got it sort of working fully by using the mouse to select the settings and so on. But it's been well behaved. It's been fine.
I've got to adjust it every now and then, but apart from that,
Yeah, man.
I found was to
The
start
best.
with the gyro,
So good. Love it.
gyro pilot
Can't stop flying, man.
basically intercept
Just
the
can't stop
localizer
flying in the
for
sim.
the track, and then go to localizer
Best.
and activate that, and that is that side of it working, and then it's not a big deal to go into the cruise, and from there on it just stays put and it's happy. So I've been quite surprised.
Yeah, I've been using the, I've been actually using the gyro pilot, even though I've got the Bravo throttle quadrant. I found a couple of flights ago, it did start to play up a little bit. I don't know what I did, but I don't want to use it because it kept on glitching out on me for some reason.
Which, the gyro pilot or the Bravo?
The Bravo, yeah. It sort of just didn't, at one stage it wasn't syncing with the gyro pilot. So I just thought, I'll stop using it, just use the gyro pilot for all the actions, all the switch actions. But at the moment, I can see on my Bravo quadrant, the autopilot's activated, it's lit, altitude's lit, and the approach button's lit.
Are you ready for the approach?
Hey?
No, when I... Oh, no, sorry, on the Bravo, approach is lit, but it's localizer on the gyro pilot.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah.
That figures.
It could be, brother. It could be Liam. But, oh, look, probably just me overthinking it, to be honest with you.
Well, I got back to altitude and I'm having the FE re-establish cruise. Let's see how that goes.
Probably overthinking it all because I had one incident.
5 knot headwind now.
Yeah, I've still got 9 knots just coming over the port side. You're a bit further up ahead. I'm 82 miles from Ablock.
Yeah, I'm about 60 from Ablock.
Check. I'm 76.
I'm
So
80.
16 miles in front of me, Ken.
Hey, and a ground
whereabouts for
speed.
you?
269.
ground
Our ground speed.
This is all working out fantastically well for Ken tonight. This is brilliant.
Kicking ass tonight.
Yeah, kicking ass and taking names, yeah.
In flight engineer we trust.
Absolutely.
Christina, what's your next waypoint that you're tracking towards?
Kimmy, 62.
Gimme. Right, okay.
This will be the one time I do a decent landing, and there'll be no one to see me.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Well, yeah.
Then that ought to be a perfect landing.
Well, even if it's a shitty one.
Oh, yeah, man. I'll tell you what, mate. Liam, I've been buttering him. All the legs of this tour, I've been pretty much buttering every landing, so there's no pressure, mate. No pressure tonight, brother. We'll see. Get a haircut after this, too. I need more
I
screens.
think as I'm using up fuel, the ground speed's getting a little bit quicker.
Mine's not much better. 14 feet this morning. Get pretty low on fuel.
Yeah, mine's 268 across the ground at the moment.
Well, I'm back to 265 ground speed and everything's green, so I'm happy.
Very good. Let's dump some fuel.
What are you flying tonight, Andrew? A Spitfire, eh, or something?
Yeah, Spitfire again. I'm glad Ken's going well tonight because I'm using him as my GPS. Just giving his nameplate on my nose.
Oh, no pressure, Ken. No pressure now, mate.
Gee, I like the vote of confidence, but I'd be taking some insurance out if I was you.
I'm at about 35% fuel as well.
Oh, you'd be right.
So I'll be... I don't know, I think so. She's running lean up here.
Although the Spitty, when I used to fly around on the Spitty, you know, you do check a few aerobatics and that goes through the fuel quick.
Yeah. No, I've got a pretty lean. Prop down to about 2600.
Yeah.
The booster's about 6, I think.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's a fun aircraft to fly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if you've got VR.
Yeah, I've got
Let's get a weather report, mate. Let's get a weather report.
the cockpit's just amazing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Just give me take the fuel. So we'll do that 33,000 pounds. That should be enough, surely.
Tons.
Yeah, it'd be plenty. YHID. Okay, so just a quick...
43 from Maplock.
Very good. Just a quick weather report for Horn Island. So wind is 170 at 8 knots. Skies are clear. We should have a nice run in. So let's look at coming in on 1-4. Yep, perfect.
Sounds good.
4.
I'm at 1,000 feet and I'm flying through cloud. Slightly weird.
Looks like a few clouds down there.
Yeah.
Not a lot, though.
They're pretty scattered. See you in 24 hours. 24 hours spa. Mate, I don't even remember the 24 hours of spa. Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, we're a way to go.
Always have a bit of fun.
But you know,
Yeah.
I also fly
Beautiful.
radio control aircraft, and we've had some problems with the land field where our field is has been purchased by the Chinese in recent times, and for a while there we've been sort of looking around for alternate field. Anyway, we've had some news that they're happy for us to continue flying there while they continue to put in the infrastructure and so on to support the housing that's going up in the area, even though there won't be any housing on our field because it's a floodplain, but use it for recreational purposes of the
Hey, Paul, are you a Tingalpa? Oh, sorry. I thought he was describing a Tingalpa. Oh, sorry, I thought you were in Brisbane, Paul. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
No, back in Sydney. But where I was coming to with all this was they've finally given us a lease to operate at the field for the next 3 years, and then we can extend it potentially after that. But the problem is that now that we can fly 7 days
Dog's
a week,
asleep.
the bloody this virus thing has shut us down, and nobody's been out there for the last month, and we don't know when we're going to get out there next. So we had a Zoom meeting today at 2 o'clock just to have a catch up and have a bit of a chin wag. Everyone members that took the time to join the Zoom session and have a bit of a social catch up. So
Yeah, there's quite a few actually. So we've got Greg, whose Paul's sign is Aussie, Paladin. He's up ahead a bit further. So he's not flying anymore, but he used to fly
today, is quite affordable.
737 and a few other aircraft. Prior to retiring, I think might have retired in the early 2000s from memory, 2001.
yeah, the diesels, you don't see the diesel ones are much around these days.
We've got
brought one out to a field.
one that's not flying tonight, but he normally flies. He just couldn't make it tonight. Flies A320s in Thailand for Knock Airways. And I think RFS now up ahead and a couple other guys all have their licenses as well and do a bit of flying. So there's a few around that fly. But there's 3 or 4 guys flying tonight, Liam, that are retired airline pilots.
For those engines, and there's quite a variety of those. And they're
Yeah,
excellent. I mean,
it's
I've
very
got
cool.
I've got a Cessna.
Yeah, they love
a 100-inch Cessna.
helping out and offering feedback and all that sort of stuff. It's a really good crew to fly with. They also love. They also do a lot of bush flying as well, so they have fun. Doesn't matter what it is.
Runs on the smell of an oily rag, whereas
They'll fly anyway.
so much of the other fuel for the glow engines. So it's there's all sorts of choices these days. Plus, not to forget the array of electrical motors that you can have in them with LiPo batteries, very volatile, to run those. So you've got a lot of choices.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yep.
Yeah, you have now. But
Yep. So a lot of the guys that the Discord server's not as active as say AXRL or Racing Channel because it's a different type of simulation. But the guys that talk on there every now and then, they're very experienced, mate. Yeah, bushfly, man. Yeah, we did a little bit on the weekend. On Friday night, I think it was. Last night. It was a whole lot of fun, man. Beautiful. Actually, no, during the day yesterday, so I was off work.
To fly the plane, and I mean, when you see how full you are today with,
I remember that.
So it's just
I remember that.
amazing.
It was one press the button, one press the button for left rudder and 2 presses for right rudder.
I know.
You had a box with a red button on it. That was it.
And it's really wealthy. You could cut the motor. Otherwise, you'd wait for it to run out of petrol.
And forget about batteries. What we did was we had rubber bands inside the aircraft that you'd wind up, and they would hook up to what you called an escapement, and that would just release it. And so you only had so much power in your rubber bands to operate your controls. When that ran out, that was it. No more control.
Right.
So you had to wind up all your rubber bands, and that was what provided the control power. That was in the day.
Where are we, mate? What have we got here?
And they used to vibrate at certain frequencies. Yeah, I remember that. I was about 10 back in those days. I've been flying models since I was 8 years old.
Right.
You could fly,
Yeah, saw those. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you used to fly your control line more than quite a bit. And we did
170 miles to go, mate.
Just go out the
Yeah.
paddock or where you going?
Back
We're
door.
getting there.
Yeah.
Show you where we are, brother.
Have you
Most
seen
fall
some
over
of
all the
those?
time.
You seen some of those jet engines they've got now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
Bloody amazing.
How expensive are they? A couple of grand just for one engine. It's crazy.
Oh, well, we had.
Yes, I was looking. There was a thing on YouTube today. This guy, he's got a jet there. It's huge. It's
Get in
worth
there,
70
mate.
grand.
Oh.
Yeah, I can believe that.
70 grand. Jeez.
Bloody hell.
And where's Venom?
70 grand for Michael.
What's his problem?
I know.
Doesn't jump on it anymore. It's
You could walk
sucking
home
it up.
with in a plastic bag in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
sucking it up because everyone's getting Microsoft Flights.
Reckon I could probably buy a damn good computer for that.
This was pretty big though. I reckon it was longer than he was tall.
Funny bloke.
So it had to be about, I reckon it would have been about 9 foot long, maybe 10 foot long.
Bloody hell.
I don't know what the wingspan, it was looked like an F-15 or something, or I don't know, an F-18 maybe.
Yeah,
Mean
we
looking
had,
thing, it looked beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Had jets in my day too, but they were pulse jets, like, you know, as in buzz bombs.
Yeah, pulse jet, yeah. Pump them up to the bike pump.
Yeah, Venom is special, man. He's special, right? He needs to jump on so we can call him special.
I went to a
Oh, Venom, mate.
went to
Funny
Denver,
bloke. I want to send him a
got
message.
a field out there, and well, we had a couple of people flying those turbine jets, and you know, reasonable sized turbine jets, and I was in awe at how fast they bloody moved and how far away they flew away, and they could still see them well enough to be able to
See what he says, mate?
to maneuver them, you
Actually, I
know.
want to go and check the footy scores too.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know, man. He needs to get his
how
massive
the
coin.
distance that they travelled,
What's wrong with this bloke?
in the process of, you know, just flying them around the area.
I'm a bit
We used
surprised
to
they
make these. We used to make
they could go
gliders,
that far.
you know, with the
Yep.
dope wings,
Yeah,
and
pretty
you'd climb
turn,
up the biggest hill you could find and launch them off, and then chase them for 10 minutes down the hill.
All
And some of them are just, they'd hit a thermal and up they'd go.
right.
And
Needs
you
to
go,
get his bling, mate.
you know, it was just so exciting just to watch the
Needs to get
people, you
blinged
know,
up.
fly.
Yeah. They used to make a what they call a dethermaler, which was just a suction in a piston, like a pen. You pull this center section out, and it would take 5 minutes before it would drop back in. And when it would drop back in, it would kick your elevator full up, so the thing would stall and then just go into a series of stalls and come down. So you know, if you got caught in a thermal, you'd know that
Send
in 10
out on the
minutes it's gonna
blingy
come
bling.
out.
Send
And all
out
sorts
on
of
the
little
blingy
tricky little
bling.
things like that.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, well, that was the beauty of control of aircraft. So you
Yeah.
just wait for the thing running out of fuel.
Yeah.
How long to arrival, mate?
So
Let's have a look. Yeah.
They did a lot of free flight back in the day too, where they put a tiny little tank on it, and you just trim the motor flat out. You just launch this thing, and it just goes.
Ah, man. Nah, you might miss out on the landing, brother, because we've got,
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
Rudder a little bit so that the thing
Yeah, the circle. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, we've got 153 miles to go, mate. So that's
And
that's a fair way.
we
It's
had a
probably
bit of money left over from making all
Yeah.
these balsa gliders that we sold at a Flowworks display, and we ended up buying this rocket kit.
a block.
Oh, yeah, rockets. Yeah.
And that was the kids loved it. You know, they
Yeah.
launch this. They all got turns of launching it. You know, we countdown, and these things would just go like way up.
I'll tell you in one
Parachute
sec, mate.
deploy, and you'd have
Yeah.
15 kids chasing
Parachute pop out. Yeah.
this bloody rocket down.
We'll just get up to our
They're a
block.
lot of fun, and you buy
And
the
I'll
rocket
tell you
motors.
exactly how
You
long.
got to be very careful. They get burnt on those very easily.
Oh yeah.
It's got 1 minute till we get there.
Have these little starters that hook up to a battery
That's it.
via
There you go.
a long lead. Yeah.
Stand by,
I was
mate.
mucking around.
miles to YHID.
Yeah, nice.
I was mucking around with this program that came out a fair while back called Kerbal Space Program. Where you tried to launch. You're in charge of launching rockets.
Half an hour, mate.
And used to build
32 and a half minutes.
And, launch them and
until we get to the airport. So we just got to just do a bit of little manoeuvring to come in lane. So I'd probably say 40 minutes in total, roughly.
Getting something into orbit was real tricky. You had to just get the right angle and the right speed. I had lost many a capsule just went off into distant space, never to return, or they'd come down crash and burn, you know. It's hilarious. I'm nearly at top of descent.
Yeah, I've got 142 miles to YHID.
149.
Not sure what mine is.
I've got a good ground speed, 272 at the moment.
Yep.
Yep, very good.
121. Looks like.
You can always watch the landing back on the YouTube channel, man. I'm streaming this to YouTube as well,
I was
Rob.
going to say, we've got live weather, and it's changing a little bit now, but it's 2 knots at 168 at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing too. 2 knots.
Yeah. I was just thinking, 14 is probably into the wind, but if it stays at 2 knots, I was getting to 3 knots now. Okay.
I noticed on the VFR map, if you zoom into our destination, there is actually a reference point for FF14, which could be a point that you navigate to begin your approach into runway 14.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So that might be a useful aid to getting in, planning your approach.
And
Yeah,
you get to
just
fly
started
over
the-
Aircraft 4.
That's the start of the NDB-14 approach.
Well, I can't disengage from autopilot, and I can't access my engineer, and spunk at autopilot just will not disengaged. Weird.
Even if you
No matter what I do, I can't do anything. Even if I fly the aircraft, it just won't disengage.
Strange.
Check on your. Have you got your Bravo throttles connected? Was?
No, what do you mean connected? There's the autopilot switched off.
Yeah, I had that, and is the altitude light on? The little button with the altitude light?
No.
Oh, okay. I just found that sometimes, vertical speed. I got stuck once and it wouldn't respond, and I just switched the button to altitude, and then switched autopilot off and then back on again, and it disconnected it somehow. I think there's a bug in the Bravo software.
I think it might have disconnected now. After flipping around a lot of switches.
Doesn't have anything to do with the clutch, does it?
No, the clutch was jammed on, would not go off. Now it's gone off. Flying out, fiddling around with a lot of things.
Yeah.
It responded. I still can't get my flight engineer. Oh, yes, I can now. Couldn't for a while.
Not too far off.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you later, Liam.
DC6
Yeah, sorry, mate. I
trying
was
to get me to climb to
I missed your
240.
message, but yeah, no problem, brother. Have fun, man. Enjoy your night, and I'll talk to you later. Enjoy, brother.
What runway are we going for at Horn Island? What do you reckon?
1-4.
1-4.
1-4. LNAV on the 1-4.
There is an RNAV. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
an
think there's
NDB
a-
approach.
Yeah, there's an NDB 1-4 LNAV.
Yeah, as you overfly Horn Island and then backing around.
Yeah, we're also got about 116 to go.
I'm thinking of beginning my descent around about 100 out.
Yep, I'm already on the way down.
Right, anyone who's watching on the stream, enjoy the rest of the flight. We're just about to hit our top of descent for Horn Island, so we're going to probably start descending in about 25 to 30 miles. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the stream communication, so the you'll have all the vision. It'll still be streaming. I'm going to go online now and just purely communicate with the other pilots that are around on the Oz tour. So thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of the flight.
What rate of descent do you use? Was?
1,000 feet a minute.
Yeah, that's the recommended one.
So 1,000 feet a minute, roughly 90 minutes.
Lead Horn Island 3-5.
How many miles are you at now, Ken?
87. But I'm going to have to go past it to come back.
Yeah,
on
sure.
To 14, so.
Sure, I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, yep.
So they take, the NDB says to overfly Horn Island at 2000 and then commence a descent down to 1700 and do an arc to come back onto the runway direction. So you might, I suppose in this plane you might go down, what's that, 3, 4, something like that, the last 3, 4, 2 or something, and then coming on 1, 4, 3.
Someone's flying a Cessna Skyhawk.
Oh,
Heading towards us. According to little nav map anyway.
Traffic.
Start descending.
Yeah, copy that.
Yes, I'm about to as well.
Don't forget to take out your supercharger.
Well, actually, if you select, if you get the AFE to
He
do
takes
the
them off.
send stuff, he'll turn it off for you.
As I say, I don't use it.
yeah, I don't trust it either. I'll use the volunteer for cruise out. That's it, turn him off.
Yeah, I'll just turn mine down to low.
It's coming down to 15 now.
Yeah, making 700 of descending vertical speed.
Look at that. 2 knots coming right behind me now. Yeah, I did.
Actually, there's 3 knots coming from 90 degrees now. Crosswind. 4 knots from 90 degrees. It could be runway 08. Might be the go.
I'll just check the weather again down there. So the real live weather is still 170 at 8 knots.
Yeah, but we don't fly in the real live weather. We fly in the sim live weather.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what the sim weather is. At the moment,
5 knots.
you know, but sim weather at the location is 164 at 8 knots.
Oh, it's close. Sorry.
Consistent.
I was close.
And that's the weather that little that map is picking up from the sim.
Yeah, that's where I get the information from too, yeah.
Yeah, 1608 knots. You're right.
How do you get that sim weather to show in the little nav map?
If you hover your mouse over the destination, a little window opens up and it's got a meta readout.
Or you can click on the aerodrome that's in the flight plan, and then it will bring up details of the airport along, and one of the tabs is the weather tab, and it will give you more detailed information about the weather.
Yeah, because my weather tab for the destination, there's no information in there.
Oh yeah, currently a nice balmy 26 degrees. Beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's in the city too. Check it at the moment.
Not a lot of imagery up this far north, if you noticed.
I know, it's quite sad actually. I was looking at it, I did the
Yeah.
flight in the CJ4 and just the other day, just, you know, so I'm familiar with the area. And all the way up, it just looked very sad.
Yeah.
I'm hoping with this next update, where the trees are, the load distance is greater, I'm just hoping maybe that will have some bearing on how it looks.
We need imagery. Bing doesn't have much up here. Even little nav map. If you check your little nav map and zoom in there, there's very little information up around Horn Island.
Yeah, right. And there's, like, you see lots of tile borders. I'm just looking out the window at the moment, and I'm seeing lots of tile borders for the images.
Yeah, a lot of polygons.
Yeah.
A lot of polygons down in the sim itself. There's a lot of polygons on that are hand drawn in. You can tell.
Polygons, is that like a wallaby?
Yeah.
Yeah, related to the drop bears.
Actually, when it was all the rage doing land class tiles, they had me working on Southern California, and I'd be placing these bloody tiles all over the place, and then hand drawing in some polygons of cities and stuff. Oh, that was tedious.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive though. Oh,
Yeah, when they
it's
talk about
dedication to it.
handcraft at airports and stuff, I can't imagine how people actually do that.
Well, airports you'd have to have the photographs, I suppose.
Yeah, the airports were totally different kettle of fish to the land class. That was. You can't beat satellite imagery.
Yeah, it seems like even the civil stuff is down a couple meters resolution.
You know, the other day, this is a bit of trivia, you know, where Richard Branson was saying you want a trip to space and they're roving on, and he just takes you up to 80,000 feet. That's as high as they went, right?
Yeah.
Well, the U-2 used to do spy runs over Russia in 1962, and it flew at 80,000 feet.
Yeah, the SK-72, what they call the
Blackbirds?
yes, yeah, Blackbird. That's it. Yeah, they used to fly around about that, I think.
So you know he's only going up as high as they used to fly the U-2 back in 1960, which is 60 years ago. So he's wanking himself when he calls it space. It's just a high altitude lob, and they're weightless for a few minutes as they fall back to Earth. That's all it is. You know,
That's right.
It's hardly space. You know?
Yeah, I didn't see the Richard Branson one, but I saw the other one, which was a week or so later. And yeah, they only had about 5 minutes, I think, of weightlessness.
Yeah, and it's just, and the weightlessness is just as the aircraft falls back with under no
That's
power.
right.
You're just free falling through the air. That's all you're doing. But at least Bezos went to 100,000 feet, so that's a little bit better.
I heard something on the news. I don't know the details, but apparently the U.S. FAA has a problem with these folks referring to themselves as astronauts.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't blame them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You know, if I wasn't an astronaut, I'd be a bit insulted myself.
All the U2 pilots, all the SR-72 pilots, they can rule themselves astronauts, eh?
Yeah, that's right. I remember when I was 16 years old in the Air Cadets, and I was at Williamtown base doing a camp at the time, and I was working in the photographic section, and we went out and a U-2 landed at Williamtown in Australia, and the security around that at the time, this was about 1962-3, but it was top security, I tell you. You know, everyone was all hush hush about this U-2.
Yep. They used to fly out of Lebanon as well.
Did they? Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, one landed at Williamtown. We went out and looked at it. Wow. They had to drive along on a truck next to the wing as it slowed down, and the bloke would have to sort of jump out and hold the wing so it didn't fall over.
Yeah. Yeah, and also they had a contingent of sabres. The Australian sabre was Agon powered, right?
That's right. It was, yeah.
Agon, but the American sabre I'm talking about had a contingent of those. Two. So in Australia, it was absolutely verboten to taxi into a hangar. You had to get out, and the armour had to put in all the pins for the ejection seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Also the Americans, and in fact, two parks I've personally seen them is where Americans had ejected, so to speak, inside a hangar.
What do you mean ejected? They pulled the ejector seat by mistake.
For whatever reason, went off. Yeah.
Oh
Wow. That'd kill them, wouldn't it? Punch them through the ceiling.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah. And that's why the two parks. And I've actually seen those. Also, while I was there, the Navy, we called them vampires, but the Navy called them sea venoms, I think. Anyway, they'd lost one, and I saw them carry the bodies into Six-Rath Hospital. Oh, not good at all.
Well, I can remember when they had the vampires at Williamtown. I can remember them landing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they were still a go when I first joined. As
well, that would have been early 60s, up to about mid 65, 64.
Yeah,
12, 36.
Yeah, they were still building the Mirages
profile. So we should be good.
Yeah, they belong.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on.
Can I just ask a question about the ADF? Not the ADF. Yeah, the ADF. It's 356 is the frequency for the ADF. Now I've set that on my ADF up on, up the top where the radios are. Do I need to turn anything on to enable the ADF so that the yellow arrow, once the station is within range, changes?
I wouldn't think so.
I think it's all set up ready. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't looked at it, but it should be on ADF rather than manual. I haven't looked at it. Just hang fire for a second.
It should come on at the 10,000 feet. It should come on at 100 miles or 80 miles at least. But this is the sim.
10,000 feet now, and I am 47 miles to run.
Yeah, well, it should be. It should definitely be on.
Yeah, good go.
Which is why I wondered whether there's a switch I need to set. But I'm just where it's this frequency in the ADF, I've got that set to 356, which is the ADF frequency, and it's on. It's pointing to standby timer. Is that? I'm just looking at that radio. There's a little button which is not off, but it's on pointing to standby timer. And there's no other buttons.
No, we should have ADF.
Maybe that's what I need to.
Should have ADF.
I'm
Okay.
already descending on final.
Yep. Have a good landing, mate. Yeah, Paul, I'm 33 miles out and off. Oh, sorry, I've got that ADF set as well, and it's not coming up either. Yeah.
Indicated job you can have bearings set up, but it has no difference on the actual ADF seat.
That's something to look into.
Yeah. Well, it does work though. I've had the ADFs come up before.
They're all ready to use it, so sorry, I can't tell you.
No, just be handy coming back into runway 14 pointed, to the general direction.
What was the frequency? 365?
356.
356?
The range on little net for that NDB shows 25 nautical miles.
Ah, okay.
Okay, well
There you
I'm still 40. I'm still 40 out. So
Actually, mine has
why
just
they
come
got
alive
so-
now.
I don't know why they got them so low. Try and set mine.
Someone's on my left wing, speeding along. Would that be the Spitfire, Mr. Spitfire?
Be me.
Yeah, someone's. Got an aircraft inside. I'm heading off a bit to the right so I can turn around and come back in on 16, I should say. 1414, I think.
1-4, yeah.
when you can see the sea on both sides of the airplane, you know you're getting to the point here.
That's right. Yeah.
About 23 miles to go to the island, and then go past that and come back on 14.
That's right.
Yep.
I'm going to be doing a very short final on 1-4. Down to about 8%.
These are very short runways, guys. Aim slow.
It's good to see Ken got you there, Andrew. Well done, Ken.
Yep, I've passed him now.
I haven't landed yet. I saw you go past me, mate. You were down lower, a bit lower, and speeding along in that Spitfire, mate.
No, I think that was Roger.
That was Roger, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to stay up high in case I ran out of fuel and glide down.
Yeah.
There's a bit of cloud here at 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet.
I'm down at 2,
It's just
3.
stunning coming in and out.
Yeah, I'm just about to beam.
Okay, just landed.
Almost beam the runway now, so
Just landed.
Oh, the Spitfire just landed, did he?
No,
No, just about to.
Okay.
2 coming in.
We just need somebody to check Ken out, make sure we understand.
Yeah.
I'm a
Game slow
I'm a
because
beam.
runways are very short, okay? Game slow.
I'm a beam the runway now.
miles to go.
Yeah, I got about the same. I got 25 miles to go.
Okay, turn on to final. Oh, this is a stunning approach in here.
There's not much on Horn Island, is there?
Not
I'm quite
according to
surprised.
this.
There's a little. There's the island next to Horn Island seems to have a lot of population. You know, dense area of population there. But there's bugger all on Horn Island. You wonder what's there. Got the airport there.
It's a customs. It's a customs.
There's no room on Thursday Island.
You got to come over from Thursday Island on a boat, and you do customs, clear customs on the island.
Touchdown.
Talking about vampires before, some of you might know that the whole cockpit in that was made out of wood and covered in fabric.
Yep.
It's all wood. Amazing.
Yeah, a lot of mosquito, the Harlem stuff was actually.
Yeah, mosquito was all wood, yeah.
Just over flying the airstrip now.
Yeah, I'm going past and I'm just going to go out, turn around, come back in.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going past it now too. Just go down yet though.
Start slowing things up a little bit here.
Roger's down.
Oh, pop that. Stop it.
Oh, come around to 140.
I'm about to pass over the airfield.
Yeah, just starting my circle back now.
I think it's got 40 knots of bloody wind.
Yeah, I got 14 down the runway to you.
My ADF needle hasn't moved at all.
Yeah, neither is mine. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, mine's working.
Pins down. Back part of his plane's down.
I'm down.
Sorry about that.
Avoiding Cam on the grass, which is nice of him.
Sorry about that.
Quick, guy. I kept it close to the centre line this time. And
Yes, yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
I didn't land on the grass.
First class didn't have their drinks on their laps.
line up for the group hug. We made it! Point Island! Yeah! Look how small that biplane is. Is it a Stearman or something in front of you? It's dwarfed.
Cold and dark.
Someone's been practicing, Jace. That's fine.
Yeah, happy with that?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, shocker man.
you go, was? Are you there, was?
Not the doing.
No, he might. Oh.
He was just about to touch down too. He had it perfectly on line.
Disappeared altogether, did he?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, what a shame. Okay, better put this DC6 over here next to Bryant. I'm sure I can hear dogs barking.
Yeah, freaking right.
Yeah, yeah.
Dog barking or
Yeah.
I'll do it creaking, but it's too.
Looking good, Sapphire. Looking very nice, mate.
Yeah, greased it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Right, Jake.
Done, Clarky.
Yeah.
Very nice, mate. Well done, Christina. This is looking really good.
Yeah. Another one been practicing.
Yes, yes. Very
Yeah.
nice.
There's someone coming in.
Yeah, got Paul coming. Paul coming in. Lost Greg, I think.
Yeah, I turned to craps the desktop.
Oh, no.
Ah.
Oh, no.
That's what happens.
It's not
Oh,
fair.
that's not fair, especially a flight like that. Oh.
I know. Oh well, that's the brakes.
We were marking that you looked like you were greasing it.
Yeah, look good.
You're going to have to get creative, Christina, with this reverse park or whatever it is that's going to happen here.
Yeah, park on the grass.
Might be room to swing it around to the left and park next to Jake. Then Paul can jump on the grass. Yeah. Should be a nice lineup.
It's looking good.
This is, yep, very nice. Everyone's watching Paul,
Lined up
just so you know.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching very closely. Drones are out, zooms are in.
No pressure.
Yep.
Actually,
No,
I'm,
no.
I'm not happy with the approach. It's very, very fast. Not happy at all.
No, can't be any worse than mine.
I'm on idle, and it's yeah. It's tough to come back now, but you know I wasn't happy with the speed. Anyway, it looks okay.
Just did the reverses.
Oh, that's alright, yeah. Right.
You look
That's
all
right.
Very
Good to
nice.
me. Can't complain about that, mate. Didn't have to taxi as far either, so.
Alright.
Good off.
I noticed I'm a little bit late with the party today.
Just,
Yeah, I had other stuff to do, yeah. But I wanted to say hello.
no, absolutely, yeah. You're here in spirit.
Still got about 10 seconds left.
I noticed that.
Make that 30.
Are we all down now? Was Paul the last, or has there got more to come?
I think Jim, you're down. This week.
I'm down.
Yeah, that's a shame we can't see you on the server. That's crazy.
Yeah, that might be different after Tuesday.
Yeah.
So you want me, guys?
Why don't you? Oh, jeez, this is going to be tricky. Can you do a U-turn? Actually, can you do a U-turn and park maybe next to Christina down the end there?
Well, I can't see tags, so...
Oh, she's the very
I can
first one on the end.
at the very end?
Yeah, very end.
Okay. Sure, okay.
Back her up.
Back her up, mate.
I'm just doing it turn here, right? Is it this end or the other end?
I'm at
Oh.
the other end.
I'll go down that
Oh,
end.
the other end.
Go that end, mate. You're down there already, so just go
Yeah,
down
that's
there.
back.
Yeah, go down there.
I can see the other end.
I'll go forward, back, tidy up my park.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's disgraceful.
Okay.
Looks worse than a supermarket.
I'll go down and park next to Christina. How about that?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get the going out. Should make for a good photo.
There's only one not with a TAA livery.
Yeah, from I can see everyone's got the livery from this shot. Everybody.
There's two right on top of each other. Don't know why.
It's interesting. I can't see that from my view.
No, I think it might be something to do with the static aircraft.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's put a PM. It's got a house livery right next to this little biplane there. Is it a Waco or a? Could be the Waco, I think. Yeah, there's a little Waco in front of someone, and there's two DC6s right on top of each other there.
Is there 8 of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Is that right?
8, but we're missing. Well, it's actually 9. Jim's not appearing. Well, very nice, guys. Welcome to Horn Island. We've done it. We've done the first side.
Down the east coast.
We're on the east coast, yeah.
It's a quarter of the way.
Coast, yeah. Now we do the north coast.
Thank you guys. Great flight.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, great flight.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, Jay.
no worries.
You
We fly down into the Gulf.
Did you take your
Yeah, pictures are done, and Wednesday night we'll
Let's
fly
take
down
this.
into the Gulf on Wednesday. Should be fun.
great?
So it'll be leg 7.
Leg 7. Yep. I'll put the flight plans up tomorrow morning, and yep, good. Good flight, everyone.
People,
Fantastic.
there's a couple hours to shake out the bugs with the new deal.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yep, great.
Yep. Absolutely. No, I'll look
All
forward to
right,
that.
I'll give them
If
those,
if there's any dramas, we can always. Have we got a time on Thursday? We can do it if Wednesday we're all stuffing around trying to fix up stuff on the.
Yeah, we should probably have that as a plan B.
Absolutely,
As a backup.
absolutely. Yeah, no, we'll do it on Thursday if we have to. That's all.
Yeah,
we-
we should be good for Wednesday.
Well, we won't go ahead if there's any big issues. No way.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, thanks
again,
everyone.
guys.
Yeah, no worries. That's brilliant. Thanks everyone for joining in. It's great, great flight.
And
yeah, thanks again.
the weather forecast was spot on, mate. Well
Well,
done.
yeah, it was in the end, wasn't it? I should be on channel. I need to be on channel 7.
You did well, mate. Did very well.
Thanks, guys.
No
No, thanks.
Thank you for the help too.
Okay.
I got to 280.
Yeah, it
Just
was good.
Time to slow it down for a landing.
You made up. You made up good time. It was brilliant.
Yeah, thanks to I did a dodgy and sped it up a little bit.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you got to. Sometimes you got to sneak it in.
Otherwise, I'd still be flying for like about 45 minutes, mate. So you guys got so far ahead of me. You'll make text to see.
Right.
Good recovery.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
well done.
Alright, I'll catch you
Well,
up.
I'm going out
Thanks
to
for the flight, guys.
see you later. I'm going out to do a circuit that I was cheated off. Anybody wants to join me?
Yeah, do a circuit. I'll sit here. I'll sit here and watch.
Oh, you don't
I
have to.
got to get up at 5:30 tomorrow morning, so I'll get in this. I'll see you later, guys. Thanks,
Have a good
Jason.
weekend.
Yeah, no worries. No worries, guys. Thank you very much. Brilliant.
I'll sit here and watch you do your circuit. Right.
All right, man.
Oh, it's good. It's relax now.
Yeah, it's a very enjoyable aircraft to fly, isn't it? It's just you feel like you're in a plane. It's the workload's just enough to keep you busy, but not have you stressed out. You know.
Yeah. It's good. It's it.
Looks like a downwind takeoff. Will he get up?
Oh, there we go. There you got it. Yeah.
He made it. He's up.
How'd you guys in the Spitfires go? Got it in all right?
Yeah, there's a 6% of fuel left.
Oh,
Sit
perfect.
vaporward.
There was a lot of running lean as possible up top, and just getting the right amount of sort of balance in the boost and and luckily Ken was there and I could just keep him on my nose, his nameplate.
Yep.
And it kept me level as well. Yeah, no, that was fun. That was good.
Good stuff. Because there's no autopilot, is there? You guys are just hand flying that all the way?
No. Yeah.
Can never figure out why this system sometimes logs a flight like this in your history, and sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, hopefully it has logged it. Good to get those hours in there.
Yeah.
If you got the developer mode on it, definitely won't log it. But otherwise it should.
Yeah, it just seems, or at least that sort of ending screen has not shown up. I've cut all power and everything else, but
Yeah, mine took a little while to come up tonight for some reason. Normally, as soon as he disconnects the battery to ground power, it flicks up to the menu screen. It seemed to take forever.
well, I guess I'll have to just fly it again.
Yep. Yep, do it again. We'll wait for you.
Great. Have a great weekend. See you guys.
See you later, mate. Bye-bye. Take care.
Jim.
See you, Jim.
Bye.
I'm right behind you, was in the drone.
Okay.
Followed you out here. Banking now.
Righty guys, I'm heading out. Thanks for the flight. It was pretty
Anyway.
awesome.
No worries, Jake. Thanks for joining, mate. We'll
Yeah.
we might see you on Monday for the US trip.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Catch you guys later.
All right.
See you, Jake.
See you, Jake.
Cheers. I'm ahead of Phil. So
Yeah,
I shall
thanks.
see you.
Thanks, Roger.
See you